second time I seen him was at his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody thinks he faked his death. He's not dead. There was many things that happened and he got set up for a little bit.
Tupac got caught on TMZ in 2009 after he burnt his fingerprints off and everybody seen him, right? The LAPD went out and covered that shit up. Look it up on TMZ. Look it up. Go look it up yourself. Go look it up yourself. You think I'm scared of you? Let's go.
Idea who shot Suge.
I'm pretty sure Suge knows who shot Suge.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so when he comes out of sedation, I'm sure anybody who gets shot will tell you who shot him, right?
yeah.
But if the police say nobody shot him, I believe nobody shot him. And if nobody shot him, that's the same nobody that shot Tupac. And if nobody shot Tupac, it's the same nobody that shot MLK. Is Tupac alive?
He's alive on my playlist.
All right, we'll leave it there.
There you go.
To go back to the hospital, St. Bernardines, California. I tried to go back and get some type of history.
Did Katt Williams just expose Ali Carter as Tupac Shakur's secret daughter? Grab your tea because you need to hear this mess. This is undeniably one of the most jaw-dropping revelations to hit the internet in a long time. For years, the public assumed Ali's only claim to fame was her horrific mistreatment at the hands of Diddy, Jeffrey Epstein, and their sinister entourage. But it turns out, her roots in the entertainment industry run far deeper than anyone imagined. And the wildest part? Tupac's family allegedly knew the truth this entire time. In fact, explosive rumors suggest they actively conspired against Ali, working in the shadows to keep her identity hidden and ensure the world never discovered she was Tupac's illegitimate child. If you've been following Ali Carter's agonizing journey, you already know she has marched through hell and back to expose the dark underbelly of Hollywood. But absolutely, no one saw this bombshell coming. She is reportedly Tupac's daughter.
Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. Do you want me to keep going?
Apparently, this is an open secret among industry elites, yet everyone remained terrified and tight-lipped. Why? Because confirming her lineage would instantly validate the horrifying allegations she's been making against Hollywood royalty. We're talking massive names like Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, and Joan Rivers. Honestly, the list goes on and on. For those of you who somehow missed the full scope of Ali's explosive claims, you have some serious catching up to do. You know those unsealed Epstein files that currently have the entire internet in a chokehold? Ali was dropping bombshells about them long before the DOJ ever released a single document. Instead of listening, society branded her as crazy. Mind you, she was literally putting her life on the line to spread the truth. Her home was brutally ransacked for evidence, she was forced to flee across state lines, and her family received terrifying death threats. Yet the masses still refused to believe her.
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that f***ing mattered. Okay? You had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth and in that meantime we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of my. So here you go. You can have it. right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
What separates Allie from your average whistleblower is that she actually survived the nightmares she speaks about. She isn't just parroting unverified gossip. She is armed with mountains of evidence. According to her harrowing account, she was tragically kidnapped from her mother at just 15 years old and forced into a brutal trafficking ring. It was inside that nightmare where she discovered that countless minors were being abducted from across the country to be used in sickening hedonistic rituals.
4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars up children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds to horse stables and have horses and dogs with them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang upside down in satanic ritual meetings, and they literally hang them, literally by metal prongs. They hang them to get dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood.
Allie admitted she wasn't surprised when federal authorities dismissed her claims. After all, it's an open secret that many in power are sitting comfortably in the pockets of the elite. Her true heartbreak stemmed from everyday people labeling her as insane, especially when her only goal was to drag Hollywood's most disgusting, behind-closed-doors secrets into the light. And let's be clear, she wasn't chasing a paycheck, and she wasn't doing podcast tours for cheap clout. If she were hunting for fame, she wouldn't be constantly forced into hiding just to stay alive. In fact, she took things a massive step further by filing a sworn affidavit, fearlessly naming the A-list celebrities she witnessed participating in these acts. And yes, the list reads like a Hollywood who's who, including heavyweights like Birdman, Diddy, Denzel Washington, Young Jock, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. The chilling affidavit details a horrific scene. They are literally set on a table and had to wait for people to come choose them for sex. Once they were done having sex, they were placed back on the party favor table, and someone else could then come and pick them out from the table and repeat the process. I had to sleep with so many people. Fetishes were happening everywhere, and they kind of separated them into areas. I had to sit on the party favor table and wait to be chosen the way someone would choose a gift bag off the table at a birthday party. But just when you thought this story couldn't get any wilder, Allie left everyone speechless by announcing she is the biological daughter of Tupac Shakur. Now, before we dive into her claims, it's important to note that there is currently no hard proof to verify this outside of her own testimony. However, given that so many of her previous revelations have been shockingly accurate, a massive wave of supporters are taking her word as gospel. She claims the reason his family never acknowledged her is because a corrupt nurse swapped her with another baby at birth, completely severing her ties with Tupac's bloodline. Even more shocking, she insists Tupac is still alive today and threatens that if he refuses to step out of the shadows and claim her, she will leak the ultimate receipts and expose his secret location to the world.
Tupac, you won't be able to hide from the public if I do, okay? Anybody that was in my biological family as surrogates, they know damn well what I'm talking about. And if something happens to this woman right here, that's the only person that I will ever consider. She is my mother. I know nothing else. So somebody touch my mama, it won't be a Sandra Bland situation. You guys will be seeing us on t-shirts. And I'm down with that because we know where we're going. But if insurance releases insurance, you release everything. And I mean everything. If a song comes on of cleaning out my closet, everybody knows what that means. So I want to tell you now, I know a lot that I should not know. I haven't even got to the facilities. I haven't even got to things where things are buried. Why do I know cases that were in San Bernardino in 2005 when I was a child? So like I said, Tupac, you know what I'm talking about, and you won't even be able to hide from your own family.
From the intensity of her statements, it's clear Ali harbors deep-seated resentment toward him. She truly believes that if Tupac and his family had just claimed her as their own, it would have provided undeniable vindication for the terrifying industry secrets she's been preaching for years. But they stayed silent. Meanwhile, street rumors suggest that industry insiders have known the truth all along, including outspoken figures like Katt Williams and Jaguar Wright. While Katt Williams hasn't released an official, public statement backing Ali Carter, internet sleuths are convinced he's been quietly coaching her behind the scenes on how to navigate this dangerous fallout. That doesn't necessarily mean Katt supports her threatening to expose Tupac's location. After all, if Pac truly faked his death to survive, he has every right to protect his peace. However, according to the reigning internet theories, Katt firmly believes Ali desperately needs a strong support system so she can continue tearing down the corrupt entertainment industry without constantly looking over her shoulder.
So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair.
Naturally,
as usual,
the internet
people had
is
their own
fiercely
thoughts,
divided.
like this person
Skeptics
who said,
are raising valid
well,
questions.
if Tupac is the
with
father,
one
then
user
how did
asking,
Ali Carter end up in human...
Well, if Tupac is really the father,
that's what I want to know.
How did Ali
and
Carter
how did he
end up
become her
caught in a
father?
human trafficking
and
ring?
why she didn't get
wasn't
captured to
she
go
taken
with him when he fakes his death?
faked his
because
death?
his aunt is in
His aunt
Cuba
is chilling in
and she
Cuba.
could be doing the
Ali
same
could have
if
been
that's
doing
the
the
case.
exact same
Another
thing.
person said,
On the flip
the
side,
truth about
supporters are
everyone and
feeling
everything in the
vindicated,
industry
with
is
another
about to be
commenting,
revealed.
The
Stop
absolute
idol
truth
worshiping
about
people you
everyone
don't
in this
know
sick industry
and
is
worship your
finally
Lord and
coming to
Savior.
light.
Get
Stop
right
idol
and repent
worshiping
for your
these
sins
celebrities you
before
don't
it's
even
too
know.
late.
Turn
But
to
now
your
I want
Lord
to know
and
your
Savior
thoughts.
and
What do
repent
you think
before
about
it's too
Ali
late.
Carter exposing
Now,
the truth
I
about
turn it over
Tupac
to
being
you.
her father?
What are your
And
thoughts
do you
on
really
Ali
think
Carter's
this is going to force
explosive
Tupac
claim
to
that
come?
she is Tupac's secret daughter? Do you believe these threats will actually force the legendary rapper out of hiding? Drop your wildest theories in the comments section below.